you're here. Huh? So, did you bring the goods? What are you talking about? Huh? That's not the code. Who are you? Shoot, I gotta get out of here. Huh? Were we exchanging passphrases just now? Look at him run. Forget that. Hurry. Don't let him get away. Okay. We're chasing him. Hi. We finally caught you, but why run like that? That was exhausting. Stop. Stop chasing after me. I haven't done anything wrong. Why run if you're innocent? That won't hold up in courts. Oh, why is this on auto? You stole Sir Arthur. Hey, I didn't steal that. Quite certain someone stole it now, aren't we? Ah, crud. Don't even think about trying to weasel your way out of this. We know. You've been looking for a way to sneak into the paper's office. Take a look at my uniform, then take a look at your own. Are you trying to cause an international crisis? Do you want to say bye-bye to your life? No way it's that serious. No, after I complete this mission, I'll be able to retire early. Don't be like this. Then why don't you try making this a bit easier for me? If you make things difficult for me, then it's only fair that I do the same. Picture your retired life for a moment. When you sit down to eat, you'll look across and see me. Every date you go on, I'll be your chaperone. And for every travel photo you'll take, I'll be there too, smiling. Nope, stop. That's enough. Don't terrify me like that. I'll come clean, all right? It's not like it's a secret anyway. I'm Bullard, a peripheral intelligence officer. What peripheral means is that I'm not very important. I was tasked with locating a research base belonging to a scientist known as Mosso Lombroso. Mosso Lombroso? Isn't that Dr. Mosso? You've heard of him too? He passed away some 30 years ago, and his research base is said to contain valuable information, but no one knows its location. What does that have to do with the Steambird? Because Dr. Mosso's death is linked to the Steambird. I'm sure the paper knows something. It's linked to the paper? Correct. That's why I contacted one of their editors, Jank, hoping to get the inside scoop. Isn't that the editor who was arguing with Talocard? Would he reveal the paper's inside info? I sent him a small gift. Do you recall that the paper recently exposed the elegant tableware conferee scammers? I provided the details of their crimes. Well, so you did that. You're really amazing, huh? Thank you. Though I may only be peripheral personnel, but I'm one of the better ones. Anyway, the exclusive report gave Jank's reputation quite a boost. But when I contacted him again, he said he had nothing to repay me with. Utterly despicable. That's when you decided to sneak in? Indeed, but I noticed something odd when I got there that night. The signature Steambird at the door was gone. We're running around in circles. I just want to find this stupid bird. It vanished before you arrived. Ugh, not again. That's right. And there was an envelope on its pedestal. Acting on my instincts as an intelligence officer, I opened the envelope. To my surprise, it was full of threats. So that envelope we found at the scene. Yeah, the envelope at the scene. How could you sneak a peek at someone else's letter? Let us look too. To the Steambird, Mosso's death 30 years ago is still on my mind. Whenever I think of your paper's rhetoric, which intentionally passes off falsehoods as truth, I simply cannot suppress my indignation. As such, I have taken Sir Arthur captive. I eagerly await your paper's sincere repentance. Issue a public apology and surrender Mosso's legacy. Should you continue to spin a web of lies that obfuscates the truth, I will be left with no choice but to slay that Steambird. Crow or Blackbird? Luckily, I've kept it with me. Please, help yourselves. Are you done? The one who signed it, Crow or Blackbird, is the criminal you're looking for. But is this for real? Is the paper really linked to Dr. Mosso's death? There's no mistake. The inheritance mentioned here is probably Dr. Mosso's research base. The paper definitely knows something. Later on, I put out some feelers in my circles, hoping this crow or blackbird would be willing to meet with me. If she's in the same line of work, that is. Best case scenario, we can work together, and even if that fails, I didn't want her to raise any alarms, as it would only disturb my work. But as it turns out, we're the only ones who showed up. Maybe I was crow or blackbird this whole time. Telecard, it seems you made a mistake again. Huh? Telecard, what's wrong? Curve, tell me now. Tell me this guy's lying. Biological indicators detected to be normal. Mr. Bollard is telling the truth. Dang it. You peripheral. Why aren't you the culprit? You've lost me by uniform. Calm down, Telecard. We weren't serious. Don't pay it any mind. But I mind. I was serious. I care about whether I'm useful. I said I would figure it out from among the 4 suspects, yet none of them was the culprit. I guess I'm just completely useless. Editor-in-Chief Euphrasie was right to ask for your help. I should just take off this uniform and leave. Relevant information detected. Agent Telecard, you can be useful. You can write for the Steambird's fantasy column, just like Editor Jake suggested. Curve is brutal. That's not comforting in the least. Wouldn't it be better to just name Mr. Bollard the criminal? At least that might make Telecard feel better. Miss Paimon, are you suggesting that I lie? Can lies be a source of comfort? Yes. That doesn't count as a lie. Paimon means that when you're confronting someone, sincerity is what counts. For example, when Paimon is worried about gaining weight from eating too many slimes, Storm might say that Paimon would still be cute, even if she gets fat, or something like that. I'm sorry, when did I say that? Sure, yeah, I would definitely comfort Paimon. Definitely. 1000%. That's enough. Curve can only analyze biological data. He can't understand all that. Forget it. You can go, Bollard. Thank you. Telecard, you. Paimon, Storm, I know you two are both amazing and tenacious, but I'm just a stupid piece of deadwood that is always rolling downhill and finding new lows. I break at the slightest touch. I'm sorry, but from here on out, I'll just leave everything up to you. I'd like to buy both of you dinner one last time tonight. We'll go to a nice fancy place like the Hotel de Board, so you won't have to eat with trash. The trash I make, good. You're trying to kill me. But Paimon hates farewell dinners. Curve, talk some sense into her. Agent Telecard, I suggest you reconsider writing for the Steambird's fantasy column. All right, that's enough. I really need to think things through. Anyway, I'll see all of you at Hotel de Board tonight. Don't forget to come. Paimon knows Telecard is a straightforward person, but it still feels so sudden. Was today really that bad? It probably wasn't just about today. Paimon hopes she gets better by tonight. Let's get some rest too. Paimon's quite tired after so much investigating. Bollard's testimony. According to Bollard, he had been to the scene of the crime before, but when he arrived, Sir Arthur was already missing. Blah, blah, blah. Yep. Confirmed footprints. Yep. Threatening letter. Yep. Got a lot of stuff there.
Osmanthus, why?
Go to Hotel de Board at night. Okay. Nope. I wanted the teleporter, not the quest marker. It's conveniently already night. I don't even have to change the time. Oh, she changed her outfit. Paimon Storm, good morning. Good evening. Words are hard. Telecard, your clothes. You haven't resigned already, have you? Not just yet. I just took off my uniform because it makes me feel much lighter. So, do I look good in these? Not bad at all. You look much better. Even your voice sounds gentler. This must be the right life for me. Since I can't do anything well, it's best not to do anything at all. Stop thinking like that. It just so happened to be a really tricky case. It isn't just this case. Have you heard of Fontaine's Aquabus? That's how we got to Fontaine. Then you must have taken the Clementine line, right? Avel is the tour guide there, and Elphane is in charge of the Navia line. Actually, I used to be a tour guide too. I was the guide on the third line, the Callus line. It used to travel to the Fontaine Research Institute, but service was suspended due to the incident. Well, you used to be a tour guide. That's awesome. I'm not awesome at all. Tour guides aren't exactly the elite. Being assigned as a tour guide is what happens when you're bad at being an agent. Oh. So you returned to the Marechaussee Phantom because the line stopped operating? Not quite. I was laid off due to complaints from tourists. Some praised me in person, but wrote complaints as soon as they got home. They said my voice grates like a crow. I couldn't accept it. Oh, I don't mean the complaints. I couldn't accept that they told me I was doing well to my face and when they clearly had a problem with me. It's called customer service, but awkwardly in reverse. I'll let you in on a secret. Editor Jank was the first to complain that I sounded like a crow. He's such a hypocrite. No wonder you were arguing with him back then. Paimon sorta gets it now. Let's not dwell on annoying stuff like that. Now is the time to focus on enjoying some delicious food, not the stuff you made before. Hotel de Board was recommended by the official tourist guide. I may not like it, but I think you might. Thanks, Talocard. But shouldn't we wait for Curve? He's not here yet. It's not like the robot can eat. It's fine. He doesn't eat this kind of thing anyway. He just wants to record Hotel de Board's data into his lie detecting module. His lie learning module. Curve is really special. Yes, I'm very happy to have met him. However, his core is aging rapidly, so he will go into hibernation mode soon. His body parts can be replaced, but not his core. Hibernate? Are you trying to say he will stop moving forever? Nah. I'm really just completely useless, aren't I? I can't solve my cases as an agent, I get complaints as a tour guide, and let's not even talk about my attempts at making breakfast. Now, I can't even manage evidence properly. Did you sneak out and try to get Curve repaired? No one but Dr. Mosso can repair Curve. I just wanted him to see more about how humans lie and help him overcome the Mosso protocols. Overcome the Mosso protocols? Why? That would be amazing. Curve could even become a genuine human. No. No. Not even Niviette can be like, ah, yes, Curve, you are human now. It's not going to happen. Feels like Paimon just heard something incredible. Dr. Mosso's true goal was to create a machine that would gradually become human by understanding lies and humanity. That's Curve's ultimate form. Is he trying to be like a Persicom or something? Legends say that a Fontanian scientist called Alain Guillotine created an amazing thinking machine hundreds of years ago. Dr. Mosso seemed to want to surpass that. A thinking machine made by Alain Guillotine. Could that be Seymour? But can understanding lies make someone human? Dr. Mosso believed that humans have various reasons for lying, with various feelings underlying those reasons. It is those emotions that make them human. So he created a no-lying protocol. If Curve learned to lie like humans one day, then it means that he's no longer bound by his machine programming and has acquired human emotions. We're out here investigating cases because I want him to see how humans lie. I want him to learn. Then you definitely can't give up. Shouldn't we fight harder to give Curve more time? But how? Dr. Moso is gone now. But his research base is still out there. Right? There must be a maintenance manual or something. I went through everything already and didn't find anything about the base. How about the newspaper? Would they have any leads? Didn't the Vatus say something like that too? That guy was an amateur. If the Marechaussee Phantom doesn't know, then the newspaper certainly won't. You're just looking for excuses, Talocard. You're actually just afraid of failure, aren't you? No one fails forever. If you've hit rock bottom, your only way is up. I've hit rock bottom. Yeah. You even took off your uniform. So I won't fail anymore? We cannot make that promise. You could still fail. You probably will. That's right. You absolutely will not fail again. Don't lie, Paimon. In my humble analysis, Miss Paimon is lying. She definitely is. Hey, wait a sec, Curve. Couldn't you have just shown up a little bit later? But such lies have a chance to mold reality. What are you talking about, Curve? Lies molding reality? 30 years ago, Dr. Mosso and I performed our first public test in Hotel de Board. At that time, there were only 4 tables, 8 chairs, and a waiter, who was also the owner. He said to me, Restaurant de Board will certainly become a renowned luxury hotel. It was just like Miss Paimon's statement, a lie based on certainty. But today, as you can all see, de Board has exquisite carpeting, expensive decorations, 2 dining areas, and an endless stream of guests. I think that if the lie about de Board became true, then the statement that Agent Talocard will not fail again has the possibility of becoming true. Shutting down the lie learning module. Was Curve being a little odd just now? What was he talking about? It's the lie learning module. It resides in Curve's core, and once it's enabled, it makes Curve spew a bunch of illogical nonsense. I think Curve has a point. Well, Paimon thinks that some humans say things that don't make sense. Does that mean Curve is improving? Sure. Talocard, are you going to give up just when Curve is showing signs of improvement? Well, can you please say that again? Say what? You absolutely will not fail again. Oh, that's right, because you've already hit rock bottom. I get it. Then I'll try again, one more time. If Curve is still learning, then I have to help him. Wow, Talocard really is like a child sometimes. She gets moody so quickly, but also perks up just as quickly. Sounds like you, Paimon. Is Paimon not mature enough? Relax, Paimon. You're pretty mature. It's not a lie at all. Oh, just stop with the chit-chat. You should take action at once. Since the newspaper might know something, let's keep our eyes on the prize and keep investigating the theft. Since there are 4 of us, why don't we each role-play as a suspect and recreate the crime scene? We might even find a breakthrough. Wow, Talocard's brain is working fast. Paimon likes that idea. Let's go to the Steambird now. Okay. You think the mellow scenes are really cute? I think most of them, except for that one, are cute. Talocard, just somewhat annoying. She's getting less annoying now, though. Go to the Steambird. You're the smallest here, Paimon, so you be Kevin. I'll be Dirty Rocher. Mr. Bollard is here for Dr. Mosso, so let Curve be him. Then all that's left is the redhead. Leave it to me. All right, everyone's got their roles, so let's reenact the night of Sir Arthur's disappearance. What did all these guys do? The first thing to reenact is the order of their arrival. Should be him first. But when he arrived, Sir Arthur was already missing. At that time, he noticed a letter. His intelligence yeah. Should be him first. And then it should be, Tib, right? Yeah. And then it should be him. And then it should be the child, right? Pretty sure. Nope, I was wrong. I should have read. Oh, the only one I got right was the child. Ha! Out of the 4 suspects, which one arrived first at the scene? Oh, Roche was there the whole time. Okay. Incredible. Storm is absolutely correct. I am the first to arrive. I'm Roche, a middle-aged man who was kicked out by his wife. Where did the spotlight come from? I've been loitering around here because I'm trying to get a job at the paper. On the night of the incident, I drank a little, and I remember Sir Arthur sitting on its precious pedestal before I got completely drunk. Later on, I fell asleep by the road, and then... I'm Bullard, the second suspect to arrive at the scene. I immediately noticed that Sir Arthur wasn't where it should be. So, the real thief stole Sir Arthur between the time of my arrival and Mr. Roche falling asleep. And that criminal left a letter full of threats for the paper. Acting on my intelligence officer's instincts, I read the letter left by the thief and took it with me from the scene. After that, I'm up next. I'm Intrepid Valberry, Director 42 of a criminal gang. I wanted revenge on the paper, so I planned to run Sir Arthur straight through. But Sir Arthur was gone when I got there. I was furious. But there was nothing I could do. I just stabbed the knife into the pedestal to scare them and left. It's finally Paimon's turn. I'm Kevin, a problem child. I'm here to get Sir Arthur to spread the word that my dad's a big fat weasel. But Sir Arthur was gone, and there was a knife in its favorite pedestal. I tried to look for it, but all I found was a smelly old man. I somehow woke him, and that terrified me. I took the knife to defend myself and ran as fast as I could. I didn't even notice when a button got torn off my clothes. Indeed, I'm the smelly old man. The commotion Kevin made woke me up, and I vaguely caught sight of him running off with something. After that, I looked toward the paper's office and saw that Sir Arthur was missing. I was afraid of becoming a suspect, so I hurried back to my usual haunt at the docks. Is this everything that happened? Paimon thinks our reenactment went perfectly, but did we miss anything? The threatening letter. That's right, we forgot about the letter. Since the thief's motive is tied to the incident from 30 years ago, the paper should have some idea about the thief's identity, right? Yes, but the paper is still in the dark on all this. We should deliver this letter to them immediately. How could we have overlooked something so crucial? Because all of you were too busy trying to console me. I'm so sorry for being a burden. You shouldn't think like that, Talcard. Haven't you read through Dr. Moso's case files? Those should be really exclusive information. Now that you mentioned those, I forgot to tell you about the contents. Let's go over there to discuss it. Dr. Moso's death is closely linked to the paper, so it feels weird to talk about it right outside their front door. This spot is perfect. You wanted to know why Dr. Malso was tried, right? It actually stemmed from public opinion. Public opinion? Well, not long after the existence of Dr. Malso's lie detector was made public, the Steambird published several articles on it and quickly drew the public's attention. Relevant information retrieved. Malso exclusive behind the lies. Malso protocols, protocols to watch, lie detector, a game of authority. The paper used special features like these to incite widespread fear and worry among the general public. Soon, public opinion began to turn against Dr. Malso. What were they worried about? For example, how to guarantee that the lie detector's output is credible. What would happen if a suspect in a trial isn't lying, but Curve says he is? Would mistrials and injustice result? But if Curve's reliability can be guaranteed, then those concerns would evaporate. Relevant information retrieved. Content from Lie Detector, a game of authority. When using protocols to restrict authority, the central question is not the lie detector's reliability, but its ability to remain independent from outside authorities. As the article points out, Curve is just a machine. So, what would happen if the people put their trust in Curve, yet someone could control Curve and use it to falsify the results? The Malso protocols are there to prevent that, right? Relevant information retrieved. Content from Malso protocols, protocols to watch. It must be noted that as the Malso protocols are man-made, there is a possibility of them being modified. This may prove to be a well-concealed trap. Well, are they accusing Dr. Malso of secretly tampering or leaving back doors? This is just the beginning. All kinds of other characters piled on after the Steambird triggered the first outpouring of public opposition. Relevant information retrieved. Fish can't live in clear water. Reject a goldfish bowl world. Published by the Seven Nations Gazette. Shocking misjudgment of the lie detector. Published by Short Anthologies. Shocking misjudgment of the lie detector? Did Curve make a mistake? That was just a lie, of course. Curve was never involved in any case, much less in misjudging one. But that's how public opinion works, and so it was all downhill from there for Dr. Malso. In the end, some even came forward and made accusations against the doctor. They called the lie detector a total scam, and all the results were completely manufactured. They believed the doctor was deceiving the public in an attempt to gain the power to pass judgment over others, and so they demanded the doctor be severely punished and the lie detector be destroyed. Can't you just decide to not use the lie detector in court cases? Wouldn't that be the easy option? Why do you have to go so far to be like, this man made a machine that I don't like and could be used for evil? It wasn't even in use yet. Aren't those accusations a little too serious? Would anyone believe stuff like that? Many did. They were all just ordinary people, so how could they differentiate the truth from lies? When we don't have access to sufficient information, we believe what others want us to believe. And it just so happened that at such a critical juncture, the Steambird did something huge. They provided evidence that exposed Dr. Malso as having falsified results. Their evidence was key to Dr. Malso's conviction. Evidence? Did Dr. Malso really deceive everyone? The doctor refused to admit it, of course, and so he died defending himself in a duel. Only then did things start to calm down. The paper's reputation skyrocketed, and a useless fake like Curve was soon forgotten. It was just left with the Marechaussee Phantom as evidence. So, is Curve the real deal or not? Well, I think Curve is the real deal, and Dr. Malso was wrongly accused. Then, was the evidence presented by the paper falsified? Or did they make a mistake? But the person who wrote the threatening letter seems to think that the paper deliberately fabricated those lies in search of fame, profit, or something else. Oh, then could she be someone very close to Dr. Malso, back for revenge? Paimon would definitely avenge Storm if Storm was wronged like that. Paimon can't bear to think about it. Thank you, Paimon. Although I seem to be falsely accused in like every country we go to. But Dr. Moso passed away 30 years ago, so someone very close to him. I wonder if Euphrasie knows anything. Should we go see her then? Don't worry. She wasn't in charge of the paper at the time, and I don't think Euphrasie is a bad person. Fine, looks like we'll have to ask her about it tomorrow. Today was a total information overload. Paimon's head needs some time to recover. All right. Then let's head home, get some rest, and meet outside the paper tomorrow morning. Who was that just now?